Hopefully this doesn't break again. But yeah, I guess by default there's one at the end here. This online training mode thing, this is like one of the best, like, you know, besides the actual mechanical changes to the video game, the online training mode and the like AFK busting, that's like the best shit that happened in this patch. Interesting. So this is still 8-man collaborative lab sessions deranged. I mean, sometimes you gotta. So that's still happening, huh? Wonder what's going on with that. Someone else can try to make the room potentially. This happened with Jericho, I think, in the open sometimes. They are deemed incompatible. Wait, did I get kicked out? Is it me? Am I the problem? Okay, well, we'll see then. Holy shit, it was me. I was the problem. You notice Enemy Terra is being absolutely cracked after the buff, or did I bump into a handful of absolute gods? I mean, she got buffed a decent chunk, but it shouldn't be like a night and day difference. You're probably getting a little unlucky, lucky. Depends on how your perspective on whether or not iron sharpens iron. Avicala, indeed. Wonder if 5-hit spike ball means a new route. She has more plus on it too, right? So probably. My actual human daughter, no longer bottom one. So long as this intro's gonna get me stuck in hyperspeed hell forever, man. Oh my lord! They should have just buffed, you know, everyone so the game looked like this normally. That would have been the season 2 people wanted. Just make it so you know, the game is always on double speed. Okay, sure. High rat techniques. You know, Sandy has really low health. It feels like it. He takes more damage in the elements. He has normal health otherwise. My understanding, I think he has 16,000 health. I tested it, but in the elements he has significantly less. He takes 10% more damage in every element and 20% more in wind. So if you get hit in the elements, I mean, he is quite squishy in fire and earth and water. Like he's somewhere between like Fairy and Seox in that. And then in wind, he's like by far the squishiest in the game. I'd be cracked at this version of the game. So true. Seeing the next item is so gas, for real. You can actually plan around what you're gonna do with Vakala. Isn't that insane? Isn't that wild? Isn't that nuts, man? The character is not entirely an RNG carnival. That's so good. Woo! Yeah, that is kind of the balancing factor they put in place for Sandalphon having basically everything otherwise, right? Which is, like, honestly, like, as time goes on, it might turn out to be, like, yeah, it turns out, people are saying, like, as a meme right now, oh, but he takes 10% more damage, don't worry. But, like, I think as time goes on, it might literally be like, oh, okay, but he takes 10% more damage, so it's actually, like, reasonable. We'll have to see. It's too early to tell. He does seem good, though. Did we lab important Sandy tech, like what Vikal's throw looks like, or Oliva's SSBA? I think I did hit him with Oliva SSBA. I didn't really pay attention to the face, though. Hydrate? Yeah, sure thing. I didn't really pay attention to the face that he made, but I did hit him with it. But yeah, his like Vikala SSBA kill or the forward throw or something, I have not seen. Drown the streamer. Water is good for me, don't worry. Old Capcom games actually used to process but not display every 5th frame to make the game feel faster. Huh? Why VSAV get mixed is so hard to block? That seems like a nightmare. Oh, okay, sure. Called him out on the run-up. It feels like so far TBH he's good, and I know everyone's new, but nothing about him feels undeservedly good, if that makes sense. If there's two things that I'm kind of like, so okay, by the way, it's 2v2, so the way this works basically is basically like 2B just won that, so Dagon is dead for this game. Now Walze has to go in and try to salvage it. It's gonna be back-to-back first-to-ones basically. So an overall best of 3 with the teams, but each individual person is playing a very volatile game. But yeah, if there's anything that feels that way on Sandalphon right now, it might be his water fireball and his JU. The more I think about the M water fireball, the more I'm like, well, it is 63 frames, right? Like that is real slow. He has to have a pretty good circumstance to do that. But the H1, I mean, the H1s are normal ass fireball speed, man, and it's just that shit's just Siegfried H fireball, right? Like the H water fireball does seem like ridiculously good, and then his JU just seems like it's gonna be a real annoying button. I don't know if it's like undeservedly good, because I think it is like if he gets it too low, it is like punishable on block actually. But like the JU seems like it's pretty fucking insane, I think. It just feels weird for him to have such a good anti-2H button. Team name swapped? Oh, thank you. Right, they did sit on opposite cabinets. Might be an Android sweep right here, man. Yeah, so again, the way this works, right, so if Gictor wins this, that's it, right? He's killed both members of Vera's Cheese, the Vikala and the Vera, as you might expect, and then they just move on. However, if they wanted to, after the 2B1, after Gictor won the first match, if they wanted to then just send in the second member, that's fine by me too, right? Essentially, as it goes on, you can decide who goes first, you can decide if you switch between games, everything is sort of free-flowing, free-form, freestyle. At the end of the day, you just gotta kill the other two people, so I don't really care what order you do it in. I guess you have to hit 2H early for Sandy's JU, dude, but like real early. I need to see the hurtbox on it, because it does feel like it's got a slight disjoint to it. Yeah, just, you know, little 2B action. So that's it, right? So that just so you understand how things are gonna work around here, right? Gictor killed both members. He killed the Vera. He killed the Cheese. That is them down to loser's side, and they're gonna move on. Right. We'll probably do best of threes, like 2 individual, like best of threes between the team members. As we go deeper in here, maybe like in the finals or in top 8 or something. But for now, it's hard doing it. It's gonna be nice and volatile. I don't quite understand the Orkin changes. It's just a startup. For H Orkin, it's a startup. I think also like doing Orkin into nothing is much slower now, like much more punishable than it used to be. Less frame data in training mode, less than 24 hours, and all his normals have frame data on Dust Loop. Yep. Shout out to the guys working the Dust Loop too. Heroes. Oh, it's not a Sandalphon mirror. Okay, Lancelot. Yeah, Len is out here rocking Sandalphon. This is curious. Let's see. Obviously, this is basically day 1. I mean, technically, he was playable yesterday during maintenance, but so this is the first day you can actually have him against real people. Well, that sucks you in, that follow-up. Okay. You can get some kind of extension off his elemental, like that elemental burst thing that gives you the wall bounce and gets you out of the element. I thought you could get some extension mid-screen. It involved one of his U skills, I think. Maybe I'm forgetting. What kind of tourney is this? This is 2v2 intermediate. So no master ranks allowed. And it's basically, yeah, teams of 2. First to ones for each player. For now, anyway. Probably 5H. That move is big enough. I don't quite... His 5H is real big. I don't quite think it's that big. We have to figure it out at some point. Ow. He do be taking a little bit of damage though, right? Like, especially in the, like he do be taking some serious damage in the elements. Sandy Farrell's the godsend. He do be having the white woman Farrell, certainly. Okay. Sandy JU is not. I mean, it's not a great air to air. That's a pretty damn good button, I think. First Sandal Brawl. Oh, he gets a combo off that shit too. Is the crazy part. Like if you dare to anti-air him and he counter hits you, which is going to be very common, he gets a full combo off that shit too. It's going to be a matter of like getting better at hit confirming that. But yes, indeed, Sandalphon in Wall Brawl, first spotted. First non-quick match Sandalphon game that I've seen at least. I'm sure people have been grinding ranked already, but I've not been on the train this morning. Interesting. I don't think this kills, because it is a little scaled from the 6XL already into the light, right? So I think he is living here with the 15,000 that Lance is rocking. Yeah. I believe I didn't really figure it out too much yesterday, but I believe Sandalphon does have some pretty nice mid screen if he's got 50, right? Because his 214U is a very nice extender. Like you can go whatever into 214U into like his little U lariat right there, right? And then from there you can go into 2U into the stance into the hit grab, and that bounces them. I think he has some very nice mid screen, which is really good, right? It's very important in this game. Some people already Grandmaster with Sandy. I do imagine. I do want to see some possibly mid-tier Ladiva soon. I'm excited for it, though. I do think the system mechanic changes are nothing but good for her, basically. I got into the Grand Blue recently myself. I have trouble opening up people. Most people know how to play against Grand. Yeah, I mean, offense in this game is surprisingly kind of like defense is worse now with the patch, but it's still pretty good, right? You do have to do a whole like it's a lot of strike throw. It's a lot of like frame trapping and throw baiting and stuff like that. Just try to make sure mix in like mix in a good amount of strike and throw in your offense for now and see how it goes. See how you feel. Jimmy and Gaya. Okay. Evil Fawn, dead. The evil has been defeated. So yeah, now if you guys wanna switch the order, like if Siegfried Shampoo there wants to go, feel free. Otherwise, if Mira wants to stay on, also feel free, right? Everyone can switch or not switch as they see fit. But now Coyote here has to go through both of them, through 500 men, if they want to save their team, keep them in winner's bracket for now. We shall see. Okay, the Mira is sticking on. Fine. Hey, look, it's the actual best character in the game, probably. Not Sandalphon. It's probably this lady right here. I mean, she was already like, if you last patch, if you wanted to tell me that Beatrix was top 1, I probably wouldn't have agreed, but I don't think it would be like an insane take or anything like that. And then like everyone around her got nerfed, and she didn't. And I mean, me personally, I think probably on top of that, the system changes are probably somewhat okay for. I mean, the DP change is probably a wash for her because she does do that and get blown up, but also she will blow you up super hard if she gets those counter hit close H's, right? So it's probably somewhat of a wash, like a minor nerf for her that hit like all the other good characters too. But the BC change is probably good for her in the grand scheme of things. Not according to Gamera, he thinks the BC changes hurt her a lot. I don't fully understand that. Like, they hurt her defense probably, like, the exact same amount or less than they hurt everyone else's defense, right? I think it's either B or Grim at this point, or maybe Lucy. I think Lucy is like, he's relatively moderately nerfed. I don't think he's bad at all, but I'm not quite so sure. I'm liking the BC change being -2, but I seem to be alone in this. It should be a problem for like Vaseraga and Fairy, probably, I guess, if you don't have, like, a 6-frame light. Otherwise, I think it's fine, because if you block a BC, you have throw protection, so you have nothing to worry about. If you're, like, a 6-frame light character and you try to, like, mash out, they can't throw you or anything like that, right? Ow. Maybe it hurts how Gamera plays his defense? Weirdly, I mean, when I saw Gamera play, I feel like he didn't BC that much. At least in Side Games Cup. Another robbery in B's bag, indeed. I feel like it helps her, honestly. She's an offense-based all-rounder. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the DP stuff, he does DP a lot, that's true. But he was talking about the BC changes, right? Do you have throw protection to test that? You should, yeah. I mean, you blocked something, right? If you block something, you have throw protection. For 6 frames. So it shouldn't be a problem. Where's the Sandalphons? There was one earlier. He died, however. He got Lancelotted. Ow. Alright. Coyote, the S++ anchor for their team here. Let's see. Siegfried versus Beatrix, potential? Or is Inter playing Sandalphon? I'm going out for a bit. So true. Oh, I have it too. Yo! Since patch no one DPs is kind of wild. People are gonna like, it's still like worthwhile to DP, right? But the risk reward of it is significantly worse. Probably, I mean, most characters are probably getting like 2,000 more damage or something for punishing your DP on average. I don't know what it will be across the whole roster, right? It depends on the situation and like some characters, for example, with like bad mid-screen are probably getting like 3,000-4,000 more damage because they only got like good combos on counter hits. So it does depend character to character. Ow. Yeah, Siegfried is, I mean, again, no one got shot in the patch, right? So, like, biggest loser does not necessarily mean, yeah, but he used to be able to do that, right? There's some muscle memory right there. Sieg would be able to do that last patch. So again, like, no one got shot in this patch. So, like, biggest loser is not, like, that meaningful. However, it probably is Siegfried, right? Like it probably is him. Weirdly, if it's not him, it's probably Belial, which is insane, right? Like that. Yeah, like I was gonna say, Hippo. Like if you asked me like 2 months ago if that sentence was gonna make any fucking sense, I would have laughed at me. But like, if it's not him, it genuinely is probably Belial, which is pretty wild to think about. But yeah, neither of them are like, oh my god, they're dead. But like, they are both like you know, moderately worse for sure. I think the biggest loser is Belial, but Sieg is lower. Yeah, like Belial was better beforehand, so even though he got maybe nerfed more, he still ends up above Sieg on the list. Possible. How you doing today, everyone? Hello, Ignis. Doing well. Ow. Okay. One round to rule them all.
Battle 3. Engage.
It's kind of like a pick your poison, right? Belial lost a lot of his like block string pressure. His pressure in general is like notably worse. But Siegfried's like mid-screen is a lot worse, and his damage is a little lower, a lot lower in the mid-screen. Probably mostly unaffected on average in the corner. I missed the Sandy-labbing. Is he top 1? I mean, he seems really good. I don't know about, again, I think this little lady on screen right here is probably, probably your actual top 1, if I have to guess. But, he seems quite good, right? He seems quite good. The damage he takes is honestly even more than I expected. It might actually be like a realistic balancing factor, but he does seem pretty good. Versuja top 1? I don't know about top 1. Versuja's very, very helped out by the patch, though, yeah. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, God. You can't close H punish that. It's -6, right? So you have to far L. So Siegfried at this point has to, what, far L and then Raging Strike? Presumably? Versuja deserves to get shots. I don't know about get shots. But I mean, there's a couple characters, probably. Lost to muscle memory? Yeah. I think Versuja's top 3, at least, in all honesty. I don't know. It depends on where some characters end up shaking out, right? There's a little bit of uncertainty right now. She's pretty damn, at this point, she's pretty damn good, though, right? Like, I had recently, already before the patch dropped, I had recently come to a realization that, like, her defense is actually way better than I gave her credit for. And then, I think, like, the system changes in the patch help her quite a bit. A lot of characters that would have been better than her got nerfed. She got completely untouched, and again, helped exclusively, I think, by the system changes. I mean, maybe BC, it's a little rough for her. Compared, like it's not, because she already had, like, a pretty good BC bait anyway, but who knows. Her 5L means you don't have to think about confirming on defense. Yeah, like, she gets really high reward and shit, and she has good buttons to poke out on defense, too. So, like, fair enough. We'll see. It's very interesting to see, like, how things are gonna shake out. But she's damn good, for sure. I mean, like, if she's not top 3 and she's, like, top 5, does that mean that she's bad? No, I mean, she's still godlike, right? Alright, the team names are too long, man. Two Booty. Why can't you be like your sister? Two Booty? That's a nice, easy team name for me to type in. I can remember that. I don't like the possibility that as the attacker, you're being put into a second guess after baiting a BC and blocking it. I get you. I think you just don't like plus frames then, right? Would you not say the same thing about 6XL? Are you not being put into a guess every time you have your opponent block your 6XL by that exact same logic? I guess you wanted it to be punished. Okay, so wait, hold on, Unico. You're saying you wanted it to be punishable on block, correct? Because that's the only way that what you're saying makes sense to me as of right now. Like, you would have preferred if BC was like -4 and you could throw it yourself. Yes? Also true, Zekibi, yeah. I mean, the fact that, again, if I'm +2, which I am, and I don't have throw invuln, my close L will lose their throw straight up, right? We can all see, we just try to see if the throw whiffs. That's a good point. That's a good point. The 6XL you're initiating the interaction here feels like a more high-stakes clash. I think you've confused yourself somewhere along the way, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you've gotten something backwards somewhere. But, you know, yeah, look into it and let me know. I like your funny words, magic folks, yeah. I think you've confused yourself somewhere about what is happening here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm, again, misunderstanding you, but I think you've confused yourself somewhere. Two Booty. Double 2B team. It's a cute little avatar, by the way. This isn't new, is it? The little dragon? The only new ones are the Pop Team Epic ones, I thought. I tried to have dummy strike after blocked BC. Well, strike's easy. They're minus, right? They should just lose. Assuming they're the ones who BC'd and you blocked it. And I operate the throw? Oh, I see. Again, I mean, unless BC has a special property, you should have throw invuln. It's totally fine unless there's a special property to BC that this whole time no one knew about. I'm doing the BC? Gotcha. Yeah. It should be fine, though. I get counter hits. Yep, you should. Yeah. If you do the BC and then you throw and they mash after, then you should get counter hits. That's correct. Even if they have a 6-frame light, right? If they have a 5-frame light, you get counter hits even with no throw protection. But like with a 6-frame light, you should still get counter hits, which is what we saw with me and Johnny Astro testing it, right? So I think all's right with the worlds. It being, I mean, it would have been nicer if it was -3. Problem with it being outright punishable is how much damage you could get out of it, so it might just be best case scenario. -2 feels too scrambly. Interesting. I'll put some thought into it. I'm still not sure what your point is. But I promise I'm not trying to be like, what are you saying, man? I'm not, that's not at all. I'm just like, literally trying to understand. I wonder if the reason I keep getting destroyed by 2B is I don't look at her skill gauge enough, or if she just destroys Vakala. She probably, like, destroys Vakala. Most zoners really don't like fighting 2B, right? By and large, I mean, this character, you know, a lot of zoners are given very weak anti-airs, and then she has a double jump and a bunch of air stalls and a crazy JH and shit like that. She's also very fast. She's got her own, like, pretty good projectiles. She probably does just beat the fuck out of Vakala, is my guess. But, I mean, you would, definitely, there are probably ways you could be playing the matchup better, I'm sure. Trying to 2H, 2B? Yeah. A fool's errand. You kind of have to, like, reach up there and air-to-air her. Quick confusing the being +2 could be bad, that's why I'm not sure about it. Yeah, I mean... I guess... You're correct in that, like, when you block a BC, it's not like you just won. There is still RPS there, but it is very you-favored RPS, right? Because presumably, I mean, you know, they have to reversal, which reversals are counter-hit state now, too, right? Unless they do a UDP, in which case they have to spend meters, so that's still good for you. They have to reversal, and all you have to do is, like, jab, right? And if you counter-hit them, a lot of people get, like, full combos off a counter-hit jab. Not to mention free get-in button with her tether, yeah, and the tether goes through projectiles, and once the tether is attached to you, she's projectile invuln, so. Anti-projectile grappling hook at the full combo on zoners, yeah. 2B is, I mean, she's just, like, pretty good, right? You have a paranoid schizophrenia, yeah. It's, the name's too long, but honestly, it, like, getting hidden under pools is pretty fun to me. Versus our counter hit state, boom, right on cue. I love when the writers help me out. I thought that wasn't supposed to happen anymore. What? I thought that was explicitly the thing they nerfed about 2B. Or is that because... So, okay. I think what they nerfed about the Wheel of Pain is that if 2B gets hit before the shock happens, it doesn't activate. But I think what happened there is... Okay, so it's still pretty good, right? Because I think what happened there is the shock hit Alicina... No, but if the shock hit Alicina first, their hitbox would have gone away, right? I thought that exact thing wasn't supposed to happen anymore. Am I crazy? Is that... +2 in throw range means you can't confidently jab it if the threat of an SBA is there. And trying to block or retreat opens you up to getting hit or backthrown play defensively. It's just such a weird... It's just such a weird... That sure wasn't the patch notes, yeah. It's such a weird take. Like being plus in your opponent's face is not. It's such a. I just don't. I don't get it at all. I'm sorry. I really don't. Being +2 in your opponent's face is like not a good thing. Or. I mean, you'd always, even like from far and like outside of throw range, right? Even if you were +2 outside of throw range, that'd be worse, first off. And second, you would also still have to worry about most SBAs in the game, right? I think it's like if 2B got hit before the shock hitbox spawned, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry, Unico. I just don't understand at all. All right. Panic over, fully realized idea what's going on with Brave Counter. It's fine. I got scared for a second, but I just misunderstood what someone was saying. It's all good. Brave Counter being -2 on block does not mean that like Lydia was dead or anything. That's good. That's good. I did get spooked. All right. Vaseraga. Wait, I just realized bro willfully picked Vaseraga into Vane. Smart Axe got self-balancing features. So true, best. Bro, literally, he willfully picked Vas into Vane. I'll tell you, by the way, I think this Vaseraga character is, I think he is probably helped out a lot by the patch, right? I don't know. He didn't get any changes, but I think the system mechanics are good for him. He does have some, like, real shit defense. So Brave Counter being worse may be a little bad for him. But I think, yeah, I think the Brave Counter thing is probably bad for him, because, like, on his own offense, Brave Counter rarely bothered him, right? Because he just was one of the most ignorant characters in the game about Brave Counter, even before patch. Like, nice Brave Counter idiots, try this Soulforge. So that probably is a net negative to him. But I think him getting Oh my god. Him getting counter hit state on recoveries, Vas is gonna send you to fucking hell when you DP him now. This is one of the characters that has, like, you know, the biggest differential between counter hits and non-counter hits and their combos in the whole game. He does so much, he gets so much reward off counter hit, I think. Am I glad this game doesn't have voice chat? The amount of times I've yelled hashtag fuck it when doing round start 2 on 4H. So true. So Forge go Burr? Yeah, yeah. Like, he probably... Zeta, Catalina, Vaseraga mains, not noticing BC changes as they run their gameplay. I mean, yeah, Vas especially, right? Like, Vas, he was ignorant. He still is an ignorant-ass character when he's got that Soul Forge up and he's got you in the corner. Like, there are very few, like, offensive game plans where you just get to do your RPS and they just have to guess. They can't do anything else but guess, right? They can't super you, right? They can't DP you half the time. Like, most of the DPs don't even break Soul Forge. They can't brave counter you. They have to guess command grab or follow up, right? Are you fucking dead? Oh, it's not full screen. If he was a little closer, that would have been so funny. But yeah, with all that being said, yeah, Warhawk did. He picked, bro picked Vaseraga into Vane on purpose. That when the writers helped me out, yeah. Bro picked Vaseraga into Vane, like, for real. That's one of the worst matchups in the whole fucking game, I think. Me personally. That was very brave of him.
Fairy versus Vane.
I still remember, man. I was like fighting. I think it was GBH's Vane. Misclick stance. It happens. I was fighting GBH's Vane when I was getting Vaseraga to master, and he was just like beating the absolute shit out of me. And I was like, I don't think I can get to master. Right? I don't think I can get to master if this guy's in here. I'm like, listen, GBH is good. Like, I can beat him just fine on like other characters. I was like, this. Like, if he's playing this Vane and I'm playing this Vaseraga, I can't get to master, man. And then he just won enough that he promoted, then I don't have to worry about it anymore, so that's good. He didn't make like a second account to gatekeep me or anything like that. The Sandy Water Ball breaks Soul Forge. The EX one, maybe? The M and L ones hit once, even though they have three, they eat 3 hits of projectiles, they only have 1 hit. They're kind of weird like that. So yeah, luckily Sandy Water Stance is not just invalidate Voss. Furo is correct. That's right. Wish we had the top tiers be characters like Fairy and Voss with clear strengths and weaknesses. Fighting games should be about putting your opponent in your main's penis explosion chamber first. The problem is, like, a character with like clearly defined weaknesses like this, I feel like you have to make them, like, you know, for Fairy to be top tier in a game that has like such well-rounded characters in it, it just has to mean that like her strengths are so insane that it doesn't fucking matter, right? So I don't really, I think I disagree, Shatter. Like, with a character with such clearly defined weaknesses, you have to either make their weaknesses not matter, in which case their strengths just get to run wild, or you have to make their strengths so crazy the weaknesses don't matter, for them to be top tier in a game that has, like, you know, actual, like, functional all-rounders in it. Yeah, all EX fireballs for the most part will break through Soul Forge, so that's not too bad for Voss. That's like normal run-of-the-mill stuff. Part 10 of this conversation. Listen, I put out like 21 videos a week. It's okay. Not everyone's gonna watch everything I do. That's totally fine. These double slams really. Characters like Ladiva and Fairy just can't be top tiers. Otherwise, you get shit like Potemkin in this tribe. They can be good. I think Ladiva probably is like okay, right now. I think she's probably not like a bad character by any means. But yeah, if you made her like top tier, I don't think it will be a very fun game personally. As well, Ladiva main, I don't think so. Alright, don't DP at 3 AM. Worst mistake of my life, not clickbait, gone wrong, etc. This is not pools anymore, this is winter semis, I just realized. Yeah. You meant Sandy and it's 1 hit? Oh, okay, yeah. They should make judgment cuts mess with the combo counter like Versucha SSBA. Like, it's 1 hit, but it says like 19 on the combo counter. That'd be fun. That'd be a little bit of sauce. I mean, Sandalphon is sauceful. Oh, nice confirms. Yeah, his far M actually is one of the buttons that I feel like I'm like the more time goes on, the more I'm like that's a damn good far M, man. Would you guys say it's a good idea to change BCs so it isn't hard knockdown on counter hit now that it's minus on block, or that just be too much? I mean I would rather it's not hard knockdown on counter hit than it be minus on block. I don't know that I want both. It'd be an interesting discussion. I probably would figure it'd be too much, right? I don't know if like people hate BC, so they might disagree with that. But I would probably be erring on the side of that sounds like too many nerfs to BC. Like, I think it should still be good, right? Is Sandy's voice really low in the mix? Maybe, you might be right. Yeah, 2B was yelling right there. It sounded louder than the Sandalphon for sure. But yeah, I would have rather, if I could pick one BC nerf, I would have rather keep it plus on block, but remove the counter hit on hard knockdown. But maybe that's not too much, Ignis. I couldn't tell you for sure. My gut instinct feels like that's maybe a little much. If you make it minus and it doesn't hard knockdown. Who knows? Who knows? Because now, I mean, BC is like... It's really only like a good idea to BC. Like, if you're fighting like good players, going to be baiting it now, which is much more worthwhile. It's probably only really a good idea to BC on like special moves and 6XLs and like things like that most of the time. Like things they can't cancel out of. And there, it's like, well, okay, the benefit there is probably, you know, for a lot of those special moves, you are going to get the counter hits. I don't know. Maybe it'd be okay. Probably too much penalty if you have both nerfs. Yeah, like, again, my instinct is like, no, but I'm like, maybe. I couldn't tell you for sure. It would still be, like, a pretty safe way to get people off of you. It just wouldn't be very rewarding. Which, like, maybe that's okay. Like, maybe it's fine for it to not have any reward besides just get off me. Being minus on block is the compromise between me and Brick is the extremes that still want BC to be good. That's fair.
Beatrix versus 2B.
I mean, like, if you're like, this game would just be better if it was built from the ground up without Brave Counter in mind, and if Brave Counter wasn't in it. Maybe? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna say no to that necessarily, right? But with BC in the game, now that we're in the state where BC exists here, I think I'm okay with, like, the fact that it is strong and intended to be strong, right? Kind of the exact same thing I was talking about with Street Fighter 2, right? Where it's like, if maybe Street Fighter 6, if it was built from the ground up without, like, a drive rush in mind, like if the drive system just did other things or whatever, then, like, maybe that could be a better game in some ways. But with, you know, with drive rush and, you know, drive rush cancel and stuff like that, being in the game, with the game being built, like, from the ground up around them, with, like, character kits being balanced around it, I think I'm okay with it being very good. Do you want just defend instead of BC? Maybe, yeah. Like, again, there are. I'm not like, you know, there are multiple ways to make an interesting defense system without a guard cancel, or even like, yeah, without this strong of a guard cancel, or without this easy of a guard cancel, right? It's not like there's a ton of skill involved in using BC compared to, like, you know, the just defense or the hyper defense from Fatal Fury from City of the Wolves or something. This is very easy in comparison. But again, I don't think I necessarily, like, you know, I don't think either of them are bad inherently. It's just a matter of balance. I played VS and I think, like regular versus, saying the BC RS system makes it better. Interesting. I've never played vanilla. There's that new mod too, Skyfall, right? What defensive options did vanilla have? To my understanding, I think, like supers, you know, supers like reversals, supers and DPs and shit, and then just smashing, right? To my understanding. Throws were reactable? Oh. Interesting. Pressure forced you back? Ah, okay. I mean, makes sense. So again, yeah, like they built it without, you know, 6XLs and brave counters and shit in mind. So I mean, offense, if defense is weaker, well, you know, offense has to get a little weaker, I guess. That tracks. Oh, this is potentially another 2-booty sweep right here. If Coyote cannot stop Roxas. They did clutch up for Team Don't DP here last time, but Roxas is quite the nasty boy on this 2B. Towards the end, they had overdrive. Was it a defensive option? Oh, was it like X Factor? What was it, like a comeback? Like, was it like, oh my god? That was the first time I've ever seen that happen. Did they, like, that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Where, like, 2B got hit out of the startup of her 5H for, like, extending her hurt box? What in the world? Okay, well. 1-2B almost down here. But there was Rush, and Overdrive Rush was fully invincible strike, that hard knockdown, and OD was a big buff. Okay. I'm completely fine with them making defense worse. I always felt like down backing in this game and BCing was way too good. Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy with the direction of the Season 2 patch, right? DP's getting buffed, like nerfed pretty big, and BC getting nerfed pretty big. I think those are both. Defense, it was probably a little too good in this game. Is it at this point? Maybe. Maybe not. Right? I don't know. I'll call defense too good in this game. It's still good though, right? Like there's still like there's not a ton of like unreactable 50-50 like high-low left-right like command grab strike mix in this game. So like defense is still pretty good. It's still pretty viable to just, you know, down back and watch for a bit. And it's not like you're like constantly taking chip damage or like working towards getting burnt out or something. But I don't know that it feels necessarily too good at this point. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It'll be the kind of thing we'll figure out more as time goes on. Okay, yeah. No comebacks here. 2 booty. Gonna sweep again with that little pop team, that cursed ass pop team epic avatar. Amazing. OD was like a DP that spent all meter and buffed you? Ah, I see. Probably could get worse DPing even later than 3 AM, perhaps. He's not your real dad. You can DP whenever you want. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Doesn't mean you should do whatever you want.
Stay away from death. You're scaring her.
Childhood is assuming freedom is a gift. Adulthood is realizing freedom is a gift, yes. But it's also like, quite the responsibility, right? You can do anything you want, man. There's like a little bit of like a holy shit in that, no? You can do anything you want, including a lot of stuff that you probably really, really shouldn't do. On your toes. Is there a Grim bracket? I don't think so. Grimnir unfortunately gutted bottom 1. Post-patch. You'll never see him ever again. Yeah, it's kind of the one thing with Sandalphon, right? We'll see, because he has a very big kit. He has a lot of different combo extending moves. So perhaps like as people optimize more stuff, we'll discover that this is not the case. But it does seem like the kind of the balancing factor they put into for Sandalphon, besides him taking more damage in the elements, is his... It's an interesting little BC that's near 6XM, extending her hurt box quite a bit. Oh no! But sort of the balancing factor they put in there is that his damage is not like nuts, right? Like he seems to be on like the slightly lower end of like average damage. His damage is not low. A big what now? Don't worry about it. His damage is not low by any means, but it is like, oh, near. How? Shoot the cat girl with a giant anime laser. Yeah, it's not low, but it's on the lower end of like normal, I think. Good reaction to the 6XM. That's like a statement too. He B-seeded the one time they didn't learn their lesson. Happy the Grimnir nerfs for damage and meter. It's sad when characters lose their main routes. Yeah. Always important to try and like, you know, balance it. We want to balance characters. We want to keep them fun, right? He's not gutted? Yeah, I mean, he's probably fine, actually. It's probably mostly the same, in fact. Dude, this is twice now. Oh, he's deathless. He has no way to chip. Dude, okay, I'll get this. This round's losable for real, but yeah. He has no way to chip him out. It's twice that he's barely not killed, unfortunately. Sandy has decent mid-screen? Yeah, true. I should, yeah, put a caveat on that. His, like, max damage in the corner is not, it's, like, on the lower end of average. His mid-screen seems very good, actually. His mid-screen is probably up there, right? If he's got 50 to spend? Do 5Us not chip? I don't believe Nier's 5U does chip damage. I could be wrong. I don't think they do, generally, right? I actually don't know, Shatter. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not certain. His mid-screen's definitely on the higher end? Yeah, like, I should put a caveat on that. His corner damage is, like, on the lower end of average. His mid-screen is probably, like, on, you know, top 5, top 10 level. Which is probably more important, honestly. Like, in terms of both corner carry and damage. That is probably more important. Just because, you, like, the corner is a pretty bad place to be. So the ability to, like, you know, win one neutral interaction, do, like, 5.5k, something like that, and put your opponent in the corner is quite nice. Alright. Top 1 versus bottom 1. Is that his mid-screen with an element? Even without it, because so basically, as long as he has 50, he can do whatever confirm into 2-1-4U, into the U shoulder tackle. That wall bounces, and it puts you right in front of him. You can do 2U to catch them. The 2U can combo into his H stance, into the hit grab, which, like, wall bounces again. Right? He just fucking dribbles you across the court. And then he can probably, at that point, end with another lariat, right? You probably do, like, far M, 2-1-4U, delay 2U, 2-2H, U, into, like, into far H, into 2-1-4H, into, you know, something like that. Is my guess. And that's by itself probably, like, you know, in the realm of, like, 4K and most of the screen, if I have to guess. Strongest top 1 in history versus the strongest top 1 of today? Yeah. Is there a team called 2 and 3, 2 and 3/4 Twinks, and it's just Sandy and Lucilius? What? Sorry if I said this here before, but what if they made near install just how she works? What if they made yeah, you did talk about that before. It'd be interesting, right? I think she would be way more. I think she'd be way more volatile, right? Because like at that point, if you BC'd her, it would do 4,000 damage to her. Basically, like, if you throw teched her, it would do like 4,000 damage to her. It will make her probably worse, is my guess. Just because the risk rewards on her her offense would be like, even just like if she gets throw tech, she takes like 2.5k. Of this Nier's name, I instantly heard the start of Gangster's Paradise when I saw her screaming on the versus screen. Oh, no BC on the 236U. Okay, sure. The body is the 3/4. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's Lucilius, Sandalphon, and Lucifer. The classic 6XM round ender, and it happens again. All right, Abyss Watcher, 2-0 him. Takes out Don't DP at 3 a.m. That was losers, right? So that is, unfortunately, Don't DP. They are dead. It happens, though. It happens. Well fought regardless. Nier, officially, top 1. I hate to inform you. I'm sorry, fellas. This character is still broken. This Nier's coming with it? No, yeah, Abyss is pretty good. They do often end up somewhere in the top 8 of the intermediates, certainly. One design decision that feels weird in this game is instant block only giving meter. I guess I don't want another defensive mechanic in the game. Probably a good idea, yeah. I mean, especially on launch, defense is already like far too strong, right?
Believe in victory.
I literally bought a new controller to play 2B to still the hypest real IMO. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that like people can't stop fucking hating the character, but like, I'm pretty pumped. Add another. We have a Siegfried and a 2B. Soul Calibur guest character.
This person is incredibly
Get shot with a sword. Comma nerd, so true. Thank you very much for the 2 months, the prime there, Furiora. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Get shot with a sword, and then yeah, separate message, comma nerd. We've listened to Sandy's theme more than we've seen him. I do like his theme, I will say. It's a good ass theme. Thank you, Furiora. Enjoy your hyper pet the little guys. If such a thing is of interest to you. We also have regular pet the little guy, depending, what's more your speed. Yeah, so this Catalina character is totally fine, right? Like her corner carry is worse. Either hate 2B or hate 6XL. Can't do both. That's true. They gave you a fun little trolley problem there, B theme, best theme IMO? I do like Beatrix's theme quite a lot. Ooh. She needs it and I need her in my team. Spoken like a true Vera main. It's truly Alicina. There you go, a little hyper pet the little guy, actually. But okay, Catalina, she's a little worse, right? But she probably, Belial actually got hit pretty meaningfully. Lucilius got hit pretty meaningfully, right? Siegfried got hit pretty meaningfully. Catalina is almost the exact same character. She, her mid-screen is, 25% of the screen worse and, 1,000 damage worse if she does the exact same, resourceless or 50-meter stuff, right? She gets, only, 75% of the screen carry and, 4.7k instead of full screen carry and, 5.7k. So it is worse, but... Up there with the Harvin themes IMO, it's great. I do really like Uno's. Shada's is nice, but Uno's is pretty sick. Cat went from having top 3 mid-screen with Abel and Versuja to having top 3 mid-screen with Abel and Versuja. Her mid-screen is probably not better than Ladiva's anymore, I would guess. At least in terms of the damage she gets off it, not how easy it is for her to confirm into it, right? Wait, Jay, did I get my teams mixed up? Is Jay's on Theron guard, right? Yeah, he is. Okay. Off a stray hit? If we assume 50 anyway. With 50 meter? The U-Lariat conversions are probably a little better than the Ice Skate conversions at this point. Because they're always corner to corner and they're 5k. I did forget Ladiva to be fair, yeah. I mean, Cap maybe with... Yeah, it's problem. Yeah, it's hard. It's close. She was handedly better than Ladiva before, right?
Believe in victory.
Honestly, top 3 right now is probably Abel versus Sandalphon, if anything, right? For mid-screen. Belial's still there too. Don't, if you count side swapping as mid-screen. He basically puts you in the corner. Light wall still something? No, I'm with you, yeah. Her mid-screen's still good, it's just, you know. I should check how much Ladiva gets off like a random far M. I think she gets corner to corner. It might be similar to, it might be almost corner to corner. It might be similar to what Cat gets. If we're allowed 50 meter and 1 stray hit. Without meter off a stray hit? I don't know, what does Cat do without meter off a stray hit? If she gets like a far M and she has no U fireball. Is it just like far M enchanted lance? Before Cat got wall bounce corner to corner, now she gets wall bounce 75%. Indeed. Ow. Oh, guard button check. I mean, it's a guard button and a low, to be fair. But not on. Oh, you weren't actually quite on chip yet. So you possibly could have avoided that. The problem is if you block that, she probably just goes in with the 2-1-4U, and spot dodging 2-1-4U is usually not great for you, right? I don't think Ladiva does. I should test off like a stray far M. Cause it would be like it would be far M into U lariat. Into probably like some amount of auto combo into headbutts into 2-1-4H. It's not gonna wall bounce. I think it might be more damage in corner carry. I forget exactly. No U fireball crumple. She just autos into special. Yeah. I mean, if Ladiva's too far for headbutts, she does a very similar thing. She just do like far M into lariat, like into H lariat. If she's close enough for headbutts, which is 80% of the range of her far M or something, then she probably is doing a little better than Cat. Punishment Ray. People were talking about Vera getting counter hit close H 5U from DP baits. Now is it gonna be worth going for? Maybe, genuinely, right? Like if you get like if you get it early into the round, like possibly. Vera's mid screen is not great, even off of counter hits when she's not an install. So it might generally be worth it to just like go into the better character, because install Vera is like twice as good as non-install Vera or something. If Cat has 100, she can still do the murder you route full screen with double U fireball. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if you give most characters who have like good mid screen, if they can spend 2 U skills, usually everyone's sending you to hell, right? Cat can also do far L, raging strike, raging chain if she wants to get her old combo back, basically, at the cost of 25 more meter and a brave point. Oh no! Ooh, that could have been so much damage. Okay. It's still good damage, but you could have like damn near. Like probably like, I don't know, 2H? I guess it did side swap, right? It was a little bit awkward. Yeah, it was a little bit awkward. You could have 2H'd off that, I think. Maybe like a U tackle if he had the meter? I don't think he did, but... Oh god, get shot with the sword. Get shot with a scythe, even. They probably were careful about changes since Arc World Tour's in a month, and we'll see more changes with the Galleon patch? Probably, yeah, maybe. It very much could be the case. It also might just be like the case of, like, it might just be the case of their balance philosophy being like, let's just try and fine-tune things instead of, like, completely flipping things on their head. But the finals, I imagine, are probably playing a big part in it. I mean, that was a big concern of mine for a while. Like, Sandalphon is coming out, and the patch is coming out, like, smack dab in the middle of Arc World Tour. Well, I mean, the reason that the finals argument doesn't quite hold quite as much water to me is that, like, if anything, the place the patch was most impactful are, like, the characters in the finals, right? Like, the patch is kind of like, if you're, like, a, low-Wayne player or something, you're probably like, I don't know, yeah, patch is whatever, it's cool. Like, some top tiers got nerfed. Like, maybe the system changes are kind of interesting for you, but, like, it's kind of different. It's not that different, right? But if you're, like, the place where it's most impactful is, like, most of the characters qualified for Arc World Tour, right? Like, if you play, like, Belial, or you play Lucilius, or you play Siegfried, or, I mean, Catalina, sure. Or, like, if you play Beatrix, you're pogging, right? That's a little inevitable, don't you think? No, I know. I'm saying, like, I agree. I'm saying, like, the idea that it's like, oh, we just didn't want to change things up for the finals. I feel like they would have probably maybe only done system changes and, like, no nerfs, if that was the case. I agree that probably you'll see, top of the tier list, bottom of the tier list is where most changes are going to happen, but it is relatively impactful, I think. You could argue the opposite, that because of Arc World Tour, they didn't nerf those characters as much as they should have. Fair. I mean, there's some Japanese, don't forget the one Charlotta, and yet Charlotta's not having a great time either, man. Alright. Achinators, and 2 booty for winners finals here. So again, this is going to be best of 3s between each individual team member now. It's not going to be one and you're dead, right? Interesting you say that and pick grapplers. I'm saying that not for my own personal enjoyment. I'm saying for like character strength. You know what I mean? If I'm talking about like character strength, generally I like a character that does a lot of things kind of like middlingly is usually, in my opinion, going to be better than a character that does one thing really well and then a bunch of shit really badly. For my own enjoyment, I probably prefer the second. I like playing more jagged characters personally. But for what I think makes a stronger fighting game character, most of the time, I would say the opposite. Gamba? Yeah, sorry, I did forget. It's up now. Feel free to Gamba away. And it's not to say that jagged characters can't be strong or that all-rounders can't be weak. I'm just saying, you know, if the rough power budget seems about equal, woo, I'd probably take the all-rounder. I'm kind of risk-reward consistency build though, so that might just be me. Uh-oh. Yeah, so what? How the fuck? So wait, someone said something about this and I missed the chat. So what the fuck did they change about 2B's Wheel of Pain? It seems the exact same. I thought they nerfed her. Like, right? Is it... If she gets hit while she's setting it up, it goes away? Or... I don't get it. I love so much how you can always see Versuit just smashing 5L like their life depends on it. I mean, it kind of does, right? I thought it lost trades, but we saw earlier it didn't, right? Like earlier in this very bracket, I think it was Roxas. Roxas traded with it and he won, right? Like the exact same way it used to work, seemingly. I don't know. We'll have to test it out. I didn't lab that out. Yeah. So this is not done. Do they read my message? Do they understand this is a best of 3? Because this is a best of 3 now. They should keep going. If they read, okay, good. I think okay. They got there.
Battle 1.
So it'll be a little less volatile now. 12 is worse than 7 because he has an air dash. Is bad at everything, but mobility. 12 is worse than... Oh, Sean. I'm sorry. You're talking about third strike. I was like, 7? Rick almost lost faith for a second there. I was like, did they read the message I added them in? And they did. That's good. 12 is worse than Sean because he has an air dash. And is bad at everything, mobility, and very weak mix. While Sean is just worse show to normals the character, making 12 more pins. Yeah, I think, again, characters like that are going to be more fun, right? But I think they will be worse. I think a character like Anila, no one wants to play Anila because like, unless you just think she's like cute and you want to play the sheep, right? But like, mechanically, no one's gonna want to play Anila because she just feels like she's just kind of mid bad at everything. Like Anila probably feels worse to play than a character like, I don't know, dude, like pre-patch like Fairy or Vikala or something like that, right? Probably feels worse to play, but it's probably better. He's just, but there are no like high moments, you know. There's no high points when you're playing Anila. At least every now and then when you're playing Fairy, you have a few games where someone just like, you know, like someone, you're just gonna keep someone out the entire round. You're gonna feel them being pissed. You're like, yeah. You're like never gonna have a moment like that with Anila, essentially. That's basically what I was said about Zoe and Anila pre-patch. They weren't ever gonna be Vicky near tier. Yeah, but again, I could see if people are like, Anila feels horrible to play. I definitely see. Yeah, same thing. Like, yeah, I'll put Zoe in a similar camp myself too. I think she's a little better than Anila. I mean, who knows? Post-patch? Maybe not. I don't know. They felt very similar to me. But yeah, they're both like characters that do a lot of shit. Yeah, kind of meh. And don't really excel at anything necessarily. I played no for the 6-6H. That's fair. They did give her a little bit of sauce. They gave her some sauce. Zoe has her dust loops in the corner. It's true. I mean, in the corner, Anila does decent damage too, right? Not as saucy though. Not as saucy as Zoe. That's definitely true. I think he's talking more so about it being just like saucy, which is fair. I guess there's a timing that a hitbox appears just before she activates the shock collar. Yeah, I guess. I have to reread those patch notes and test them out again. Zoe has plenty of sauce, yeah. Anila is Zoe, like maybe like very similar mechanically, like to the power level, but like just sauceless. Except for 6-6H. I don't know if 6-6H is sauce. 6-6H is glue, I think, but. I love that sauce. So true. That shit is like the garlic dip in that one place that I go to that has really good garlic dip. Ooh, I'm hungry now thinking about that. Fuck! I shouldn't have said that. Oh no. He's on chip. Oh, that was a hurt box extension, right? Oh, that was... I think you probably could have gotten some, like, nearly not guarantee, but some pretty good chip setups there, I think.
Battle 3. Engage.
So he actually has a better 5M than Sandy from my testing. Her normals are quite nice, that's true. I mean, Anila's got some pretty nice normals, and some of them anyway, too, right? 2U, 2-1-4U is also fun with Anila, that's true. Slower by a frame, though, so trade-off? Ah, okay, so, It's like, yeah, like, Zeta has a much bigger 2M than he does, but it's 2 frames slower, so it's like, which button is better? It depends, right? Sandalphon 2M is 7 frames, and the same size as Narmaya Genji 2M, which is 8 frames. Yeah, Sandalphon's got good buttons. That's for damn sure. Mambo, indeed. 66H is Drive Rush Charge Marissa H normal if it was minus. It's punishable, to be fair. It is punishable. It's not just minus. It's -8. It's punishable for most characters, at least. I can hear Anila saying, watch your toes, with every 2U mentioned. The one I always hear, anyone home? Anyone home? That's the one that, I feel like that's, in my head, that's the voice line for Anila's 2U that I have. Anyone home? Anila's only really good normals are Far L and 2H IMO. He's got a very nice 2H, he's got a damn good Far L. I mean, yeah, 2U is like kind of a... 2U is kind of like a joke normal, a little bit. Like, it's really big, but it's also like -75 million. It's nice to have a 2U that big, though. It does open up options for her. Does Anila Far L lead into anything now? Yeah, you can go into H-Sheep off it. That's the big buff, right? She actually gets H-Sheep off that ship now. I always hear bah ha ha. Bah. That's what she does for isn't that for like one of her sheep? Bah. Look, I can hear that voice line in my head, but I'm not entirely sure. Almost laughing at me for playing 2 defensive against Anila. I just hate 8 sheep, man. The secret is you just kill her. Thoughts? Sheep has like a 60 frame recovery. It's like Sandalphon's M water fireball. EX sheep? Bah. Sam Sara. So this is in like the little individual sets here. This is set point for Liag Mambo right here. If they win this, Roxas is dead. And we move on to player 2. I respect the attempted unblockable. Yeah, they didn't get the clean hit of the hammer though, right? How many DLC characters have unblockables? Sandalphon? I mean, Sandalphon has like a genuinely like good one as far as I can tell, which is like 2B does have one. It's a little gimmicky, but she has one. The cooldowns move in the middle of U-skill cutscenes, but because super is positive, I don't know about U-skills. Like U parry cutscenes and stuff? No, usually not. If it like genuinely puts, if they take camera control away from you, I don't think so. Because it's usually after the skill is over is when the cooldown comes back, right? So, oh, Aztec BP, thank you for the follow. I see a lot of Vaseragas do 2-2U twice for corner, but not worth it IMO. I always got more value to seeing 6-2-3H at the end. That could be weird, though. 6-2-3 or 2-2U, that's her pillar, right? Sandy has an unblockable? Yeah, and there's a setup for it, apparently, which I don't even know. It's you do the water orb into the guard crush, and you can combo off it. You time it so that when their guard crushed is right when the water orb hits them, you get a full combo off that shit. It's like pretty scaled, it seems like, but it's a combo. Okay, so now Roxas is dead. 6-2-3 is her DP-ish move? Yeah. 2-2-U is the pillar, correct? You can unlock Sandalphon DLC with rupees? Yeah, they're pretty generous, man. Again, like, don't get me wrong, it takes a long fucking time to get all those rupees. But, like, you probably get some amount of rupees from, like, survival mode and shit, right? You get, like, 40% guaranteed if they don't BC? Yeah. The pillar doesn't exist anymore? It does, just not at the end of a combo when you're at combo limit, right? You can still do it, you just can't do it... You can't do it if it used to be that the first one would like ignore combo limit basically, right? He's not dead. He just went back to Sora. So true. Okay, so now I think it should be Lilipe. They're switching out here too. This is totally fair. This is fine. No qualms against this. Wait, Lilipe didn't already die, did he? I don't think so. There you go. We got there. I have 23,000 rupees. I'm missing a whole 13,000. Do you... Jesus Christ, I choked on my own spit. Do you get rupees from survival? Any knowers? Because they added, like, new single-player stuff to the game. No? What about Shaku to Glory? Shaku to Glory. Thoughts? Do you get anything for that? Shaku to Glory. You gonna do survival video? We might play it on Saturday, actually, for the sub stream. As long as it takes, anyway, and then we do something else. Get characters to 155? Ooh, I see. Is that the main? Yeah. We might play it for the sub stream on Saturday, I think.
Codename Indomitable Knight. He seems friendly enough, but
I think on Sunday we're gonna want to actually start getting Sandy to master, hopefully.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
How long does survival take to beat, by the way, if you're like goated like I am? 'Cause I had another fun idea. We might do that on Sunday, actually. About 30-ish minutes? Oh, okay. Give or take about 5, so true. You have to fight a ton of trash mobs. Happens. Have you seen the new Zeta routes? Nope. Someone told me that maybe she was gonna get new routes. Yeah, 'cause the idea with the character got buffed. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Someone did tell me that they're probably gonna be able to find new routes with that. It's okay though. She's a potential woman, right? She's bad, so it's fine. Took me 37, but loading times made it 1 hour 30. And fine, they did. Yeah. Whew. Zeta's new routes are fucking insane, man. And she's got the fuzzy still, right? Like, Rhapsody got nerfs, but again, like, I don't know how often you were, like, going to frame 27 of Rhapsody. Sometimes, for sure, but not a lot, right? It is counter hit recovery now, too, so. Both a full screen route and a side swap route off close hit. Cool. Talk to, Survival Bubs was the one that I found a legit challenge. Everyone has exploitable AI, but Bubs gets Izanami ribcage, so he cannot be zoned or pressured. Interesting.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
I need to get fairy to level 700. Wait, what's at 700 again? The bosses are goofy. I heard there's a bunch of skills. Someone was talking about a combo limit cap skill that you could get that makes your combo limit even like increase. It sounds fun. It sounds like a good time for sure. Did we get Seox run speed as a boss? That is very funny. Holy shit! Could you imagine? Tuyu goes full screen. Shin Ladiva? And her Eulariat has guard point? Holy shit. I mean, you want to talk about top 1 Ladiva. That's how you do it right there. To say thank the Lord, actually Ladiva doesn't have Seox speed. If you kept Ladiva exactly the same as she is and gave her Seox run speed, she might, like, be top tier. Genuinely, I don't know. I mean, it'll make her 6XL a lot better. It would help her. Like, she would murder the zoners. Like, she would actually have a winning matchup against, like, Matera and Fairy and shit. Matera gets you priority on every arrow, which is a zoner is a pain to deal with. That's very funny, man. This sounds like a fun thing. Ladiva shimmying you? I mean, her walk speed, if you buffed her walk speed too, that's just too much, right? Boss Rush Voss has infinite Soul Forge and walking as big steppers. That's very funny. Fairy gets combo breaker GG. This does sound fun. We're definitely gonna try this for Saturday, maybe. Ow. Vane guh moment. Randomly jumps out the side of the screen to ruin a combo. So I didn't hate that little motherfucker enough. Now he's fucking he's burst. As if I needed more reason to despise GG. Seox and Grimnir are permanently an install. Seox nerfed. What the fuck? One more day until Wilds. My preload is ready. Yo, oh yeah, we might do survival and then Wilds, huh? Well, I thought Wilds was coming out on the 28th. I forgot about that. Lucilius is constant BL5 and plus on all his moves? What the? Wilds is cooking my life. We're probably gonna play Wilds on stream after Survival on for Saturday. I completely forgot. 28th, but it's already the 27th. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's out on the Friday, right? So it'll be ready for the sub stream. Or see 999 stonks. Yep. All right. I mean, yeah, Hogan. That's bit of a longer set with the two best of threes, right? But they both swapped out. They both got the dub. No one's being put in the backpack here.
Least I can do is look after your wounds.
They send 2 booty down to loser's side. That's gonna be fun, actually. That's just gonna come out on Friday. I'm gonna like boot it up on Saturday for the first time. I'll be talking to the subs like, hey, you know, where you guys at? Half of you motherfuckers have beaten the game already. Like, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Bossiax does some kind of install at 30. We can just kill him because it takes forever while he's stuck in the animation. Literally nerfed.
I didn't get these modifications to escape.
Based.
I got them with better.
Boss Percy starts with 999 stocks. Yeah, someone said that. It's very funny. Shada Boss gets armor on all her shit, if I remember correctly. Survival does sound like a good time. I ain't gonna lie to you. Alright, so this is back temporarily here with Loser Semis. This is back to best of ones, right? So Warhog and Abyss Watcher are playing this set. Again, it's just gonna be a best of one. And then you die and your next teammate comes in. I be sweating? Mambo. No thoughts, only Mambo. No stress, only Mambo. Thoughts? But he's cheating. That was fake. He had no Soul Forge. Yeah, so fun fact, Vaseraga is only +2 after that 6-6H. Have you tried throwing his ass out of it? I think he is out of throw range sometimes, but depending on the spacing. But you saw like Nier's 5-frame close cell clashing with his 7-frame close cell right there. Because he's +2, so it's essentially a 5-frame close cell at that point. I just came back to say this because I just thought about it. Earth Fireball shreds Voss. True. Heko sent me a combo too. Apparently Earth, the highest damage combo that he's found with Sandy so far at least was Earth. So that's interesting. You run him. Looks like I gotta blow my nose right here. Apologies. Earth with a big damage stance? Yeah. I guess Fire is like the mid-screen stance, maybe? Like Fire is the mid-screen stance, Earth is the corner pressure, and like, fuck you stance? 236M is +16 on hit. Interesting. So you can probably go like counter hit close H into 236M, right? Into like 66H. This Nier character, top 1.
If only I didn't have to.
Sandalphon Earth 236H is the only elemental fireball that keeps you standing but leads to combos. Except for base Dolphon, I guess. So just like he's not doing as much damage because he's base Dolphon. Base Dolphon, Rock Dolphon, Fire Fawn, Water Fawn, Wind Dolphon, Base Dolphon. That Traxi gets Able, Projectile, and Earth, so big damage. This is actually like, you know, guy who's only seen Boss Baby. Guy who only plays Able. This reminds me of Able a little bit, actually.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
This movie is kind of like Boss Baby. I saw Sandy's 6-6H after Earth Fireball. Makes sense, yeah. People saying the M1 is +16 on hits. That should be enough. Then he gets like a full, like a far M or far H, I think, after the 6-6H as well, for extensions. Oh no! Look at those fairy buffs! Remember, this character is top 1 now. Beatrix top 2, Fairy top 1. A lot of her normals got made faster, have higher clash level, the close M's pretty nice for her, right? Fairy is just like a little bit better across the board. I do still think that, you know, Matera got big buffs, Vikala got big buffs, Fairy got big buffs, like, all the pure zoners got pretty big changes. And I think it's probably because, you know, that's punishable, by the way. I mean, not for Fairy, maybe. I don't know if 2L will get there, but you were definitely plus. Oh my god. I think it's because the BC change, like, they really did rely pretty heavily on BC, in my opinion. So they're almost like compensation for them a little bit. Reverse the input to catch it too. The cross-cut SSBA. Okay. Is anything just, he literally has no weaknesses but takes more damage and has to manage his elements, so it's okay, or what? Yeah, like, and like genuinely, like he's only okay outside, like he's, well, okay, he's like fine outside the elements. All his like craziest shit is in the elements, and the elements do take more damage, and he has to set up into them, right? Like he is partially a setup character, in that switching elements is a 45 frame activity. So he does either need like some space, that's longer than Voss Soulforge, right? So you say either get some space or a knockdown or something, or get a combo and like give up some Oki for the element. And yeah, then he takes more damage, right? As the call, I'm still trusting my life with BC, yeah. It's like, but he takes more damage though, is like genuinely, like it is genuinely like a balancing factor. How much it ends up mattering? We'll see, we'll see. He's still negative going into an element after a throw, yeah, because his throw is plus 44 and his element is 45 frames, so he's -1.
Battle 3. Engage.
Like for Voss, for example, they gave him, you know, like Voss's forward throw is like plus 53. Because they needed him to be able to throw, go into Soulforge, and still keep his turn, right? But with Sandalphon, like they want to make going into the elements a bit of a pain. It's clearly. Voss is like one of the few forward throws that is not like just, you know, standard plus 44 safe jump. Ow, ow, ow. Sure. Over here. Nice block. You can't. No, yeah. Ah. There's no kill here, right? Ooh, if you were on 3 stocks, I don't know, man. Maybe? There's probably hit strings you can go into elements. I mean, not end combo, right? But yeah, I mean, you can do them all. You can always go into like the little lariat into the elements to end the combo. Oh, just caught by the back bit of that 2-2H right there, trying to close the distance to Nier. Dude, Abyss Watcher sweeping on this Nier so far. Her far M is, yeah, her far M and her far H, I think both have a slight disjoint. Slight. I did not notice them when I was testing her new buttons, right? Slight. But yes, that is still nice for her. Like, but still, like, if you swing a button into Fairy's Whips, you're probably gonna crush it or clash it, right? What is the frame data if Sandalphon does random normal into 214L or 214M into element? I think he's like +3 or something. Like +3 and they're a little bit spaced unless you're in the corner. So like he's at advantage, but like he's not getting like crazy Oki or anything. It was not a lot when I remember. He's like slightly plus. Clash of Wind cleaves for both M and H. Yeah, they're normal. Like her far M used to like get crushed by Ladiva's far M. Now it clashes. Fairy far L seems kind of juiced now. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's kind of nice, right? It's pretty nice. It being 7 frames, it's a pretty nice button. That's manageable. Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, like once he gets into the elements, he does do some pretty stupid shit, especially, you know, in a couple of them. But the idea is that, you know, he is paying that price of Oki, and then he does take more damage. So, all right, losers final. So again, at this point, the last remaining 2 sets are going to be all best of 3s, right? So like Midnight and Roxas here are going to play best of 3, and then, you know, loser dies. Second person comes in, plays a best of 3, right? I'm curious to see how Lucilius' blade level build-up feels, huh? It is so much less that like half. It is definitely noticeable there, right? Already, like on some of these block specials versus the hit ones. I think he'll still be fine because yeah, that still does work, right? So like he does have to hit you now to like efficiently build the blade level, which is good. But he does still build a lot when he hits you, like per combo. He's still gonna get like 2.5 blade level probably. Like, you know, something into Fireball, into, like, Far M into Iscariot, or something like that. So I think he's still probably fine. But it's kind of thing, like, I think I need to, like, see it a little bit more in action to kind of feel it. Like, I mean, it did take him a lot longer to get into BL5 there, in a round that he was, like, doing a lot of shit, right? This was a pretty decent round for Lucy. And he did take, like, 60 in-game seconds to get to BL5. I'm seeing more 5U stance as well. That makes sense, right? Because that'll just charge your blade level, like, sort of passively. That's his new way to like just be defensive and charge it.
I will not fail.
This will be a lot of games here with Lucy to try and see how it feels. Yeah, you know, again, right there, he would have had a lot more previously. I almost want to keep an eye on like all the ones that get blocked and see like he probably would have been close. He probably would have like BL2 by now in the last patch, right? He would have had like twice as much from those 2 specials. Dude, yeah. Oh, it is a big deal, huh? Because like those 3 right there, he would have gotten twice as much because he whiffed all of them or got them blocked, right? So I think he would have been like nearly at like BL3 and a bit in the last patch at this point. Probably would have been closing in on BL4 right now. Like, we would already have been in the holy shit, if you get far M discarded, you might, like, shake his hand, because he gets a little bit of... Like, here we definitely are at that point. Here it's like we already would have been, oh god, if far M hits me, I'm gonna die. And now we have to do so many more specials to even be in that range, right? He would have already been 5 long ago at this point. It's a big deal. Right? It is a big deal. Oh, you're dead. You see, the real issue with BL5 is that he can use Scarlet to extend combos. So many of this actually make it impossible to combo into, making it a command grab. Hey, listen, you can combo into Ladiva's command grab. He's been super nerfed. Like, seeing it in action, honestly, like, it feels really bad, huh? I wouldn't say super nerfed. I think he's probably still good. But, like, it is, like, again, like I said, like, if that was the only change they made to him in the patch notes, it would have been pretty meaningful. I think it was even more meaningful than I thought, right? Because, like, again, in that last round, he was at, like, BL2 and a bit. I assume he would have been, like, basically at, like, the, you know, we're almost at, like, Iscariot shake my hand territory. But now he's at BL2, right? From overtuned to reasonable, yeah, again, he's still good. I think he's probably still top tier, if I think. I wouldn't expect him to drop a tier, probably. Because it wasn't, like, yes, his BL build is what made him, like, truly ridiculous, right? But he still has very good normals. He still can play defensively very, very well. He still has, like, very good anti-zoning tools. The fact that he can't just, if you play 2 passive, he can't just 5U and charge up is still definitely the same, right? So, like, I think he's probably still very good, but he is, like, again, probably, like... I did say there was, you know, there felt like there was, like, there's, like, a split in top tier in this patch, where there's, like, you know, there's characters where I'm like, okay, like, this character is just as good as they were or better when they were top tier, and these ones are, like, still probably very good and better than most of the cast. But they feel like there's, like, there's a half a tier drop there. Lucilius might be on the other side of that, is what I'm realizing, essentially. When I made that, like, funny, like super premature tier list, I said, like, maybe he was still on the other half of it with, like, Catalina and Beatrix and shit like that. He might actually be more so on, like, the lower half with, like, Belial and shit. Still very good character, but that blade level difference does seem like it matters actually quite a bit, right? He seems much better than Launch, but not as crazy as before. Yeah, no, for sure. From miles apart to 1 mile apart in tier comparison. Stuff like that. I like this guy fixes the only thing that felt dumb. Whiffing specials neutral build BL, now he's trying to land his moves. I agree, again. I fully understand a lot of people's sentiments that this patch didn't feel like it was, you know, enough, like, as big as they were expecting from a Season 2. I get that, right? But, me personally, I'm not too bothered by it, because, like, you know, for, like, our biggest patch, for example, in the last season was, like, a mid-season patch, so it's fine. But also, the changes they did make feel very smart to me, you know what I mean? Like, Lucy, like, it feels like they really tuned down a lot of the dumb stuff without, like, no need to, like, gut any of these characters. Now, of course, they missed on a couple of characters, but oh well, I guess. You know, again, Gamera, double agent in Cygames HQ, I have no idea. But the changes they did make, the ones they didn't make, we can talk about. But the changes they did make felt very smart to me, personally. I'm a very big fan. Like, Lucy feels like a much more, I guess, interactive character now than he used to. Justice for Nier let her have something. I mean, I will say I'm not too surprised, right? I'm not too surprised that they're not really probably even. I mean, some people tell you about. I mean, Maid tells me that Nier is still top 15, right? Maid Jumpy, very good Nier player, tells me that that Nier is still top 15. So maybe that's why they didn't buff her, because she's like as good as, like, you know, Narmaya or something. I don't know that I quite believe that, but maybe genuinely maybe like the devs are more so on that line of thinking. Yeah. I prefer Beatrix over pre-patch Lucy. Nier's still strong and needs to work for that strength, maybe. They do not want Nier to be good again, let me tell you. Oh, I can't imagine she probably, like, you know, maybe, like, you know, if they get, like, a, you know, season 3 or 4 or something is, like, the last season of Rising, they're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Pre-patch Nier is back. Like, you know, maybe, like, what they're doing with Strive right now. Make Nier great again? Yeah. Like, fuck it. Shit's broken again. They tried to shoot Beatrix, she has 2-2H under it. Oh, yeah, no, that tracks, actually. That's so true. That's so true. Making Grand Blue a party game? Yeah, like season 3 or 4, whatever like the final one is gonna be, they're just gonna say, you know, fuck it. Like, you know, BC is unblockable, or like, you know, BC is unblockable, and like 6XL guard crushes. Right, like we're just going for it. Guard crush, like +6 on block.
Battle 3. Engage.
Grand Blue Rainbow Edition, looking at patch? Yeah, yeah. Raging Strike goes like full screen. Final patch removed combo limits? Oh my god. Who gets infinites if that happens? Not everyone, right? Not everyone, I don't think, but a lot of the cast gets infinites if that happens. So what happened to Versus? They added a bunch of system mechanics? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Abel, obviously Abel, yes, obviously Abel. Abel's gonna like TOD you off every single hit if that wasn't a thing. But like, it's more than just Abel. Like a good chunk of the cast, I think, gets infinites. Belial might? Perhaps. BO5 Lucilius does? That's true. He already does, basically. So he gets dust loops? Yeah, forever. Oh, we couldn't even get the... We didn't... So, yeah, notably, we didn't see... Oh, I guess everyone does, probably, right? Because, like, Ladiva can go, like, close cell, 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 like... Probably a lot of characters can do that, now that I think about it. Probably everyone can just close cell loop forever while waiting for their specials to come back. Metallica 2M, 623M in the corner forever. He's almost... Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. If you can combo... If you have medium, like, specials that can combo as well. It's a good point. Medium or light specials you can combo off of. There's Olipe coming in. What could they add at this point mechanics-wise? I mean... It's interesting to think about, right? Like, I mean, theoretically, anything, right? Like, they could... Everyone can fly now, right? If you hold up, you stay in the air and you fly. Why not, right? They could add anything. Like, what realistically could happen? I don't know. Yeah, new moves, some characters, like, everyone's saying 6-6U to buff everyone but 2B, right? I mean, they could add, like, they could add something similar to, like, they could add something that, like, is really broken and takes, like, 2 Brave points or something like that, right? They could add, like a BC you can combo off of for 3 Brave points or something. Oh, probably not. Please don't do that, but... They could do a whole lot, you know? Like, the design space is huge. It's just what's reasonable, right? It's like, what is reasonable they could add? I'm not so sure. I have to think about that. We've seen Arxis party gamify Dragon Ball Fighters? Yeah. Who knows, man? Maybe, like, you know, as they... And they're kind of... They I don't know. It feels like they kind of did that shit to Strive, too. Maybe as Arxis leaves their games behind, they just go, fuck it. This is the patch where we forgot about balance.
Initiating combat mode.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Norm gets an install merging Genji and Kagura stance. That'd be cool. Everyone gets survival mode buffs? Yeah, yeah. Some characters don't have down specials they can add. Yeah, like Gran and Catalina and Jita, right? Mostly. I lost, it means 2B needs buffs. So true, actually. That is how it works. The best character in the game is the one that just beat me in bracket, and my character is always low tier, and I only beat you because I'm better than you. Thoughts, chat? I think that sounds right. 6XL ranges are quadrupled. H moves have half cooldown. Yeah, exactly. If you quadruple Vasaraga's 6XL range, you might get like current Catalina 6XL. It's hard to say. True and based? I think so. Buff Ladiva 2U, make it full screen. Make Ladiva, dude. The real Kusoge patch is you make Ladiva 2U special cancelable. Can you fucking believe? Could you imagine? Make Lady of a 2U special cancelable. Now we're fucking talking. 2U into headbutts? 2U delay into SPD? No, oh, brother. Brother. I need it in my Arxis. Psy games. I'm begging. I need that shit in my veins immediately. It'd be the stupidest move in history. I'm okay with Arxis because Faust got 3 new moves and a new version of a move since release. Yeah. I think they're pretty good at keeping their games fresh. Again, so this, I fully understand if you're like, the Season 2 patch is kind of disappointing because there's just not enough that's different, right? Like, even if you think it's, like, good balance-wise, if you're just like, this is just not big enough for a Season 2, that's fair, I think. I fully understand that viewpoint. I don't think it bothers me quite as much, because, again, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep playing until, like, 2.2 comes out or something, and probably that's gonna be the big patch after Arc World Tour. But, like, I get that. Because, like, people do want their shit to remain fresh, right? Make Gran and Jita SSBA just summon Bahamut in the same way that the Wade's bro summon Iggy? Yeah, but except all Bahamut's shit is like unreactable and unblockable and TODs you. Season 2 is huge, people can't mash DP mindlessly. I do think it's pretty big for balance, yeah, but I think like, if you're like a more casual Grand Blue player and you're like, I'm gonna, Season 2 is gonna be so fresh and I'm gonna get back into the game, there's like a possibility that you're like, well, this kind of feels like, kind of a similar game, right? I could see, like, I don't think I agree with that take, but I could see why some people are like, I wanted more things to be different. Like, not that they don't like the changes made, some people don't, but, some people always won't. But yeah. Bonk. The one thing I legit want move change-wise, give Deadly Rave back? What's Deadly Rave? That's like the one complaint I can get behind because the materials didn't really change all that much? Yeah, exactly. Like, that's fair. That's totally fair. Like, if you wanted the game to just, like suddenly, Belial's bottom 5 and, like, Anila's top 1 and like, all this, right? Sure. Like, if you, like, not even say that would be better for the game, just that, like, it would be more fun for it to be completely different. I can see that viewpoint. And hopefully, maybe we will get something, probably not that crazy, like something similar-ish, like, after Arc World Tour. That could be fun. So again, like, they fine-tune, they get to the game to a pretty good point balance-wise, and they just throw it all in the garbage. It could be fun. Could be fun. So how much she gets to with all her weapons? Interesting. Is that a vanilla, like, Jita Super? Like, when a game is either never patched, or if it's patched by someone who doesn't listen to the community, nor care about balance, I like grime in games. I don't know that I'd want the person doing my patching to not care about balance. I think fun is always, like, priority number 1 over balance. But, like, it's not that you sacrifice balance for fun. It's that, like, you try to make things as balanced as possible while still keeping them fun, right? Because making a balanced fighting game is super easy. Everyone has the exact same character, right? All you do is there's only one character. The game is now perfectly balanced. So, like, obviously fun is always priority number 1, but, I don't think that I want someone who literally doesn't care about balance doing my shit. Builds may have changed more than we think. It's possible. I don't think... I think... Okay, I'll tell you what. More than you think, less than you thought, is my guess, right? I bet, yes, the Materials probably is more different than some people are saying, but it's probably still not that different, right? Like, I could see a lot of characters moving up or down, like, a tier or half a tier or something like that, right? But, like, I don't know that it's like, holy shit, the top tiers are totally completely different than they used to be or something. Which, like, kind of happened in the 1.5 patch. Kind of, right? Like, we did kind of get, like, a bit of, like, there were at least completely new top tiers. I think there probably will be in this patch, too. Maybe it's fine. You know what? Maybe it's fine. I don't think anyone moved 2? No, I don't think so either. I don't think anyone got buffed or nerfed, like, hard enough. Maybe Fairy? I don't know about all that, but yeah. Character in the game, right? Alright, Grand Finals time. Death's Paradise has the little L next to their name. So, like, getting that much data and, like, being certain that, like, because, like, matchups are based on the very the literally impossible, for some, the reason, like, actually making matchup charts is very difficult is because it's based on the presumption that the players are of equal skill. Guess when that happens? Never. Literally ever. Literally ever, never, literally never, ever. So it's like, it's all theoretical. So, like, in theory, if you could make a correct matchup chart for every character in the game, you could make a mathematically objective tier list, probably. But, like, I don't know, man. Good luck, brother. You could probably approximate it, like, 90% of the way there if you did a lot of work, but yeah. Mr. Briggs, is there a reset in this bracket? Yes, there is. So, yeah, so let me, real quick, this is gonna be best of 3s between them. But yeah, so there's kind of like, it's tennis now, right? Like, this is the game, right? The game here is between, like, Mambo and Rosetta Stamen, Midnight, and the Ogner. the set is between the teams themselves, and the match is potentially up to 2 sets, right? Death's Paradise, aka Rosetta Stamen, Midnight Royal here. His team, if they win this first, if they eliminate both members of Achinators first, then we play a second. Like everyone comes back to life. We play a second set of games, right? If Achinators win, if they eliminate both members of Death's Paradise first, it just ends, right? Interesting that you say that, because according to tier list made like that, Hugo is Third Strike's worst character with 1 winning matchup, and he makes nearly every major top 8. I mean, yeah. So again, this is the nuance with like data collection, right? That's what I'm talking about, Shatter. How are you collecting the data? Are you collecting it from a bunch of really shit Hugos? Is it from only high level? Is it from only top level? Is it from every level? Is it just like every game played, like just server data or something like that? Were the players there actually of equal skill? Who knows? Who knows? Most matchup charts I try to have some degree of consensus from both sides. Yeah. Also, I'm fresh off a hot take, indeed. Ow, ow, ow. Oh yeah, here's this. That has not gone anywhere. I mean, Versuja probably is just, I mean, if you count the fact that Versuja is not, like, paying her health like Abel is, he just does have top 1 mid-screen now, right? Gabbage will exist no matter what. We're all here for it. I mean, yeah, if it didn't, it wouldn't be games anymore. The fighting games would literally be played on paper.
Believe in victory.
That's the thing, right? This thing we always say is like fighting games, on paper, X or Y or Z, but fighting games, luckily, very luckily, are not played on paper. There's a lot of games I like playing on paper, right? I like playing Pathfinder on paper. I don't like playing fighting games on paper. I'd say because Abel eats HP. Yeah, like Abel does like more damage in his mid-screen, probably, sometimes. But like, he does eat HP. So yeah, Versuja probably does just have the best mid-screen in the game. It used to be probably like her and Catalina, probably. It's just her now. She's for real just out there. Tier lists only exist to downplay my character, convince the developers into buffing them. This is the truth. Unironically, to an extent. If you hold the position of like top player and mouthpiece in a video game these days, and you're playing in Capcom Cup for $1 million, like there's real stakes on the line. Genuinely, you are like the optimal play is to downplay your character as much as possible, right? Like for real. Like it's actually not even a joke. If you're both a top player and you have a lot of reach, the optimal play is to downplay your character as much as possible. Might there be a 2v2 for open bracket? There is a 2v2 for open bracket, good sir. Sign up. Wonder if tiers are concrete and Yomi hustle because execution and reactions don't exist. I don't know what that game looks like, but if there's like some level of strategy and skill expression, they should still be a little. They should still be pretty wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. I'd expect. Lore matchup. Hello, Lurker Extraordinaire. Wait a minute, Lurker Extraordinaire typing? The fuck? Mayhaps not. There is, brother. With certainty, even. I'm ready to fight Master Players tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah, it's a little spooky, but like yeah, man. This Lucy nerf, seeing it in action, like again, I was saying this, right? If it was the only change in his patch notes, it would have been pretty big. And it was. And it feels pretty big. It feels like I was trying to upplay to people because everyone's going to be like, Lucy didn't get touched at all. It turns out people are actually, they had a little bit more foresight with it than I thought, which is good. Like, as I was trying to upplay the nerf, it actually feels like it's even bigger than I thought it was. Still a bit disappointed with this patch. I can understand that from the point of view of, like, I just wish more things were different. All the changes they made, I really like. But if you're like, I just wish there was, like, a bigger patch. The patch notes video I made for 1.5 was 4 hours long. Yo, you're dead. The patch notes video I made for 1.5 was 4 hours long. This one was an hour long, and I was yapping a little bit, right? How big of a buff do you think the counter hit on DP was for Versuja? Oh, huge! Because her ass does not have a meterless DP to begin with. Her supers are counter hit now, sure. Like, her ass does not have a meterless DP to begin with, and this bitch gets like 12k on your ass if she blocks your DP now. Versuja's counter hit damage is like the big bodies that all have the really slow moves, right? The really slow like close H's and 6/6 H's and stuff, right? They got like some of the most benefit out of this, I think. So like, yeah, no, it's really good for Versuja. Versuja top 5 contender at the moment? I would say probably like pretty firmly, yeah. Vermilion said she's top 2. I don't know about quite all that, but it doesn't matter really. Like at the end of the day, she's very good. Versuja is one of the strongest characters in the game this patch, bar none. Is she top 2 or 3 or 4 or 5? Who gives a fuck? She's very good. She's very, very strong. 1.5 patch break was delirious and one of the funniest streams ever. Yep. That shit was, you know, I was late. It was tired. I was late at night. I was tired. It was a long ass patch notes thing. Voss's time has come. I do think Voss is a lot better this patch. Yeah. I mean, not a lot better. Like again, probably like half a tier up from the changes. Like high mid tier, I would say now. If you thought Voss was top 5 before, some of y'all motherfuckers thought Voss was top 5. He's like probably fucking top 2 now. Sure, I don't know, but I think he was probably like, you know, he went from like mid tier to like stronger end of mid tier probably. He did. Oh man, Lucy fell off. Man, he fell off. Versucha is by far the most ignorant character in this game now free. I don't know about all that. Ignorant's an interesting word. Ignorant in what situation? You skill starter? Yeah. It's a very strong I'm not sure if I believe that. Yeah, it's like, you know, Beatrix is definitely up there, yeah, but also like, you know, like in certain situations, it's probably like Vaseraga. Yeah, I was just gonna say, thank you, Shatter. Like the actual most ignorant character in the game in certain situations is probably Vaseraga, right? Because like he literally can ignore everything you can do except play as RPS. So like, you know, Soulforge Vaseraga is oftentimes very ignorant. Yeah, Beatrix is pretty ignorant a lot of the times if she has clock up and shit. I don't know. Oh wait. I think ignorant is just like it's just not a very good like descriptor, I guess. It's too nebulous for me. Ow. Mambo. Damn. Lore accurate. Sora's 5e feels a little unga bunga. Damn, I can't believe Sora's got out of the patch with 623H. That's another character I think, by the way, who's real good now. Me personally, I thought Sora's was like right outside that cusp of top tier. He might be on that like lower end now. Me personally, I think Sora's real fucking good. I think he probably is helped by the mechanics changes overall. Just let me hate, man. Jeez, nah. You can hate all you want. I'm gonna give my opinions on things, brother. You can't. You can certainly, as long as you're not hating on people, you can hate all you want. I'm gonna give you my opinions though. When I agree with you, I'll tell you. When I don't, I'll tell you. It's so funny to me how much Versucha has in common with Susanoo with how different they play. Do you mean like so in common like lore wise though? Okay, so Achinators take that. Wait, I had the 1 for Death's Paradise this whole time. They have not won a set yet, have they? Because Midnight was up first and he died.
I used to be scared of the world too. Why won't you just talk to me? I can help.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
What is the highest available damage in the game now without like God RNG? Because Vikala has an infinite, right? But like it needs like 50 stars. What is like Siegfried 3 Dragon Stalks, like counter hit close H on like 0 BP Sandalphon? You know what I mean? Like I need to know. Was like the single highest damage, or like Abel maybe. Like Abel doesn't do more damage than 3 Dragonstalk Siegfried, right? Surely. I need the funny number, yeah. Surely Abel does not hit as hard as 3 Dragonstalk Siegfried. I can't imagine. I was gonna lab that, but I got EP. Siegwood Stocks, Lucy BL5? I think Siegwood Stocks hits harder than Lucy BL5, personally. It's gotta be Sieg, yeah. 50% damage increase, right? On 3 Dragon Stocks. Like, I just can't. Has it never not been Sieg? I don't think so. No. It used to be Sieg even more, by the way, before they nerfed. I think it was his Guard Crush, right? Sieg's optimal on 3 Dragon Stocks and no BP used to be 28,000 damage. It was 27,993 or something. He could almost kill Abel twice. It's always been Sieg. It was Sieg by an even bigger margin beforehand. Ow. Now, of course, it was like a completely impractical, like never gonna happen ever combo, but it was still very funny that he even could do that. That he could do 28,000 damage. Eat dirt. Okay, so Abyss kind of the last line of defense for their team here, right? If Hogan wins this, that's it. It's over. Oh yeah, Thug Finals, by the way, is gonna be it'll be Hogan versus Liak to try and determine, you know, who actually carried who. That's how it works in these. We double dragon them at the end. We turn the team members on each other. They have to fight for the actual the right to say who carried who put who in the backpack. Both have giant kick and tail normals and a jab that's slow, but does it all. A slow dash that accelerates, the advancing stomp overhead, full screen snipes, and a super that maxes combo number. Fair enough. No, you know what? No, you're spitting. I see it now. Crying Danny DeVito, I get it now. Oh, the shield actually aids 2-2H. Damn. Nice. Oh, but now you're fully like this is the really long deathless near, right? On no stocks. This is like 13 seconds or something without death. Ooh, but Hogan's playing pretty passive. It's actually very nice for Abyss. I think Hogan needed to BC or something there. Yeah, wow. That is not good for Hogan. Okay, never mind. Oh, I was gonna like near. You need to play a little bit less passive than that against deathless near. I think he's deathless for like 12 seconds. You just let her get away with it for free, right? Even like if you just mash out of her combos and try, like the risk reward on that's pretty nice, right? Because even if she hits you, what's she gonna do? 2,000 damage, auto combo into 5U. Bitch can't even raging strike. Okay, so one more game potentially here. One more game for Akinairs to lock the whole thing down.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
I don't think that 668 of his is ever punishable, right? It's minus, like, all the time. I don't think you ever punish that thing. Oh, good spot dodge, but they caught you on the back half. But I mean, that's a lot of death stocks, right, that were spent kind of without too much rewards. This going real feral. I like it, actually. That's not really... Usually, like, you know, Nears play a little bit more patient, deathless, but she, like, ran at his ass. I think it caught Hogan off guard a little bit. It's so true, but bitch can't even raging strike is such a gold line. Listen, man. I have no ill will in my heart for Nier, but they you know, someone does out there. Oh. How the fuck did Beatrix dodge the nerfs this patch? Riding free. The nerfs turned out didn't hit below the knee, so she just went under them. Aggressive Deathless Nier is so awesome. It's pretty risky, but yeah, I mean, it works out. People don't expect it, right? Catches them off guard. But yeah, she riding freed under them, I fear. People were saying Gamera is a double agent, man. He works for Cygames. Because, like, Beatrix and Versuja are probably two of the biggest winners of this patch. Well, what's the guy to do? I mean, surely he wins Arc World Tour at this point. It's not that easy, of course. But for the Vine, we say he wins Arc World Tour circuit. Does Vane get the most reward out of anti-airing with 2H in the game? I believe so. It's not there are a lot of characters that are, like, close with him, though, right? But I believe so, yeah. Siegfried does a shit ton. I don't think his nerfs should affect that. Sora's actually one of the sort of like lesser known kills you for 2H characters. Ladiva can get like 9k also, but hers are a bit more situational. It depends on the height she hits you with and the distance and stuff, but there's a lot of characters that hit you for like 8 to 10k or something. Vaseraga, true. I mean, charge 2H is never gonna happen. But yeah, even off regular 2H, Voss can get a shit ton of damage. Oh, the drop! They tried to SSBA. Not like this. They tried to SSBA and they dropped. That's heartbreaking. Okay. Well, tournament point here for Hogan. Let's see if Abyss can keep things alive for their team here. On Neartham. Cag 2H pretty good, I think. If she has traps up, I could see her getting some serious combos off it, yeah. It's a good 2H, but we're talking about, yeah, like the reward she gets off it. I think if she has traps up, she can do some pretty crazy stuff, right? But yeah, Vane, I think, is probably, like, on average, for every height, for every distance, he probably is top 1, yeah. It's super impractical, but C can 2H and almost TOD a 15k character. Wait, is that assuming he has 3 dragon stocks? Because that does mean his ass is doing, like, 10k there, so that's pretty good. Cag 2H lets you put down a trap if they fall in? Oh yeah, you're right. Full BP? Jesus. Okay, stay alive for a little bit longer here.
I humiliated you.
Full BP, 3 dragon stocks? Okay, so on no BP, so it's about a 10k combo then, yeah. That's pretty good. That is definitely, like, that's about the same, I think that Vane can do in his best scenario off of 2H. It's not nearly over yet, so true. Actually, Ladiva's 2H combos are so fucking weird and so situational and, like, so inconsistent. based on height and spacing. I'm not sure what the most damage she can get is. But it's probably in the realm of like 8.5 or something. I don't know, actually. You can do some fucking weird stuff with her. I will admit near-death tennis loops look really funny. Yeah, yeah. The volleyball combo. Boo me all you want, you can't escape the truth. Charlotte gets a lot off anti-air 2H, but you can't use it because it's too slow. Yeah, her 2H is like pretty bad. And like it starts hitting at the back, right, too? It's like the first active frame isn't even where you want it to be. Is Vane looking for that throw bait? Damn, I mean, to be fair, Vane basically gets his anti-air combo if he throw baits you. So I can understand why. Ooh, you shield, good stuff. Well done. Yeah, Vane dribbling you with repeated 2-1-4 U's. Yeah, that and the Bubs can do a similar thing too, right? With his like Beyblade. It's like you skill, you skill, you skill, you skill. Zoe keychain purchased. I'm gonna chum. Shark to glory. High and dry. Oh, nice shield, asshole. Yeah, I think he's trying to go over a potential death 2-2H with that as well. Uh-oh. Alright, deathless near, tournament point for Hogan. This should be pretty bad, but he's playing so safe. Is he just going for, oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What's happening? Oh. Okay, he's playing so safe into this. I wonder why. That was not the move, I don't think. Put it in the jar now, that's what he's gonna do. That's what he's gonna do. Not the lag switch, for real. Lag switch to win. FR, FR. I will say Nier's U skills used to do a shit ton of chip, right? Blocking that 2-3-6 U was pretty close to getting thrown. Oh, there's no way. You're a monster. You know that? You're a maniac. Hit him with the Sakuga. Send her to the moon. Damn. You're a fucking asshole. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, man. That's good. That's good shit. Good shit. Good shit. It's Jover? Oh yeah, that Nier does not have the health to survive that. She's got 15k, that was no Brave points. Team Rocket is blasting off again. Goddamn. Funniest part playing zoners with people down back you because they think you won't just chip your way to a life lead at full screen. My guy, I will take my time if I have to. Yeah, yeah. Alright, well. Good job to Mambo, Liag there, and Hogan. Taking it down. Abyss and Midnight, of course. Good job as well. Well done, well done. Nier's a corpse? No, she's gone. She's star stuff. You know, we came from star stuff. He returned her to star stuff. It's like fucking, it's Goku sending Cooler into the sun, man. In that movie. But yeah, Hogan Liak taking it down for the intermediate 2v2 today. You know how it is. And a quick BRB before Thug Finals? Yeah, sure. But you guys are fighting each other. Washroom? You better not piss. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What the? Okay, well. Let me do let's set up the Ladiva versus Ladiva Gamba. Hogan or Liag. Ladiva Fest? I mean, you know. We take this. Gamba up. Update this right here. And bonk. Yeah, so they get double dragons. Those are the rules. They have to fight each other to the death. Winner can say they carried the loser. Pink Ladiva, my favorite. It is kind of a goated color. It's got like the new Street Fighter 6 like master unlock color. Work the crowd into 6-6N. You're a monster. Oh you're a monster. Okay, sure. Little dribbling never hurt nobody except the person getting dribbled, perhaps. Holy shit, they're mashing! Okay. It's okay, I like to see it. We do love to see it. They are in fact mashing. That's the soul of this mirror, though. Ooh! It's less complicated than SF because I got Master 1700 MR in 2 months. You should be able to pick this one up pretty well then. At high level, I don't know if it's like less complicated necessarily. But it's easier to pick up, I think, certainly. Easier to get into. High rollback move, tier list, Sora's HDP, top tier, probably. Ladiva MDP goes up too, I think. Oh, don't spot dodge the headbutts. I just have to say, I love Ladiva, man. What a goated character. I'm right there with you. As may be obvious, I suppose. They both wanted to fight Ladiva in Slug Finals. There's only one way this could have ended, I suppose. So, oh my god, okay. Did he 720? That's the question. You're not dead regardless, because you are Ladiva, but like, did he 720? I don't think so. Ladiva mains rise up. Oh my god. Show you what a real pin looks like. But yeah, if you want to try it out, the game's free, right? A version of the game is free, at least. So, Corbs, you can download the free-to-play version and see if you like it. See if you vibe with the mechanics and shit. What the fuck? Just headbanging in neutral? Sure. 6% off, so yeah, I would just buy it? Fair enough. I mean, you could try it out and then buy it. But if you also just don't mind making the financial commitment, then, you know, feel free. Feel free. The game doesn't do a very good job of advertising that there is a free version, so I just wanted to let you know. Oh, yeah, too far away for the far end there. The post-patch Ladiva page. Free-to-play version even lets you do some of the story modes. It's decent enough to learn the characters if you don't mind the story. I mean, yeah, the story mode it was fun enough when I played a little bit of it. I didn't mind. Your ball. Yep. I mean, you know. It's counter hit now. Look at that. He's nerfed. It is counter hit. That's so true. Though I don't think that was the counter on the super. I think he mashed after because you landed and did close M. Yeah, no, that was not a counter on the super. Actually, I am a liar. Was that Hogan who won that? They're the same fucking guy. I can't tell. They're you know. The official Twitter does post about it. Does post about the free-to-play lineup. That's true. That's true. I tried out Siegfried on the free week and decided to get the game. Then I swapped to the call after 1 week and didn't look back since. Based. My actual human daughter. Naughty child. Ooh. I hate getting mashed on. That was only posted on Reddit? No. They do tweet about it. So I think if you're like keeping up with the Grand Blue Twitter, you might already be like, you know, in the ecosystem. This seems a little. Oh. I guess that's probably not true. That's probably not true necessarily. Holy shit, dude! They are swinging! Oh my god! I've driven them mad with the betrayal, man. Richard Yag won the last one? Oh, okay. I actually could not. Because they side swapped and stuff. I actually didn't know who was who, and they both had one round too. Mambo. Are we sure? We'll see when the score updates here in a sec. Siegfried may be the hottest Grand Blue character, but unlike him, Vikala never really needs to get in. Fair enough. The trade-off. The constant fighting game struggle. Mechanics versus physical attraction. Sometimes you get both. Oh God. You know, yeah. That's certainly the same in this patch. In case you were curious, they didn't buff you headbutt at all. It certainly still has more. It certainly still has more startup frames than armor frames. That's true. That's true. Brick just blew his brick. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just from sheer pain, I ejaculated. I fear. From sheer pain, I like, you know. The cum was forced out of my balls, along with my soul. What an odd noise. I'm sorry. What the fuck? You heard me. Did I stutter? I'm sorry. I stuttered right this now, but did I stutter earlier? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so, man. Oh, we could have gotten you lariat there. That's that good shit. What, a guy can't come on camera anymore? The auto combo low. I can't breathe. What? LMAO? I'm sorry. I didn't realize you guys were such prudes. What the fuck? I see what you motherfuckers put in the guest book. Okay, you can't fool me. In my mind, all of you are just as depraved as Escoofs. Blau mains would love if you did that. That's true. I have proof you stuttered? Not this again. Ow. 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 Whoa! Misinputted H lariat, presumably regular throw. This really is the commentary I come for. Thank you, Brick. I'm glad, you know, I'm a man of the people. If the people want me to bust live on stream, I'll do it. That's the kind of guy I am. The kind of upstanding young gentleman I may be. When grand guh emote. That's true. That's true. Talking awful big for a dude who isn't whipping it out live on Twitch, and by it I mean Geef. So true. So true.
Losing doesn't look good on me.
He is the man.
Did you know?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Alright, 2-1, Hogan. What is the 3 diamonds above the HP bar? Brave points. That's your, like, universal system mechanics thing that you use for the broken shit, like drive in SF6. You have a guard cancel and, like, a drive impact type thing that you use those for. As you use more of them, you take more damage. And, when you're out of them entirely, you can't use them, and you take, like, 50% more damage, so you just fucking get one touch by everyone. That's my streamer, indeed. Alright, so, Hogan? That was Hogan, right? Hogan confirmed, carried Liog, is that correct? I think so. Yeah. Mathematically, history will remember Hogan as the man who put Liog in his backpack. It is unfortunately got to be the way that it is, I fear. Well done, well done. Hello everyone, hi Suki. I yield to thee. In all seriousness, of course, well done to Mambo and Hogan. Good teamwork. They take on the intermediate 2v2, take it home. Very good. There is the Open tomorrow, if you guys want to join that too. It's quite the step up, but I think, I mean, honestly, I'm telling you, I need some of these motherfuckers to play some ranked, I think, genuinely. I'm not saying just because we already did. Okay, that's good. Just because you do well in the intermediate doesn't mean you're, like, smurfing or anything. But, like, goddamn. You know, like, they are pretty good, I think. Hogan joins Mr. X and rules the city as his henchman. But yeah, that is, I think, about gonna do it, fellas. We can find someone to raid, I suppose, potentially, on Twitch here. And then, end the stream on YouTube. Tomorrow is gonna be the Open Brawl. Another 2v2. My throat hurts. Aw, man. Oh, Mr. Brick. What's up, Hogan? Oh, if you guys have a video idea, by the way, you can definitely give it to me. I'm sorry, Suki. My whole family's sick, too. Do Liog and I get to suggest a video? Yes, but one between you. You have to decide. You have to collaborate, decide, and let me know. But yeah, you certainly do. That's always been in the rules. People just, like, stopped doing it for a long time. Midnight did it last week, but, like, no one's been taking advantage of it for a while now. But yeah, let me know if you have an idea. Let me know, and I'll do it probably on Sunday. But yeah, my whole family's sick, Suki. I feel you. I've been like locked in my room trying to not catch fucking giga cancer. But yeah, tomorrow's Open Wall Brawl, so come by and hang out. It's gonna be another 2v2. If you want to sign up, do so at your earliest convenience. Find your partner and carry them to victory. But yeah, I think I'll end the stream now and we'll find someone to rate. Bye bye, YouTube.